Hey guys, welcome back to The Savvy Camper. So today we're going to go over how you can get a free RV. The fine print in 5 years by renting it to others. So let's get started. So my wife and I, we actually used the RV rental service, RV Share, which is one of two we found. Outdoorsy would be the other reputable company. And our daughter was about a month old and we had a camping trip booked and we wanted to go, so we rented an RV. We went to the person's house, picked it up, hitched it up, went through a few little how-tos on there, and we towed it away and went camping with our newborn and had a great time and returned it. Seamless, easy peasy. It was awesome. And the second reason why we rented that RV was to see if we really liked it, if we wanted to get into the travel trailer lifestyle, and if it worked for us. And we realized when we did that we needed a much smaller unit than what we were eyeing at the RV dealers, and we ended up pulling the trigger and buying a travel trailer of our own. So to get started back onto how to get a free RV, we'll first talk about what we're going to do is lay out a case study, and under these parameters, and other parameters may work, but under these parameters which I've came up with, it'll work to get basically a free RV. So first off, we're going to talk about the initial cost of the RV. So in our example, we use a cost of $20,000 with $0 down. And you can also buy a $25,000 RV and put $5,000 down, but that $20,000 number for financing is where we need to be for this study. Because at 3% interest, which we found a local bank that'll do 1.99, so let's just use 3% to be a little more conservative. The payment is about $360 a month. And this could work at a higher payment or a lower payment. Obviously a lower payment, you'll be able to pocket some more of that money. So after we have our RV loan, which is $360 a month over 5 years, which is still fairly cheap, interest-wise you'll pay about $1,500 total, which to use someone else's money and keep that $20,000 in your pocket, that's fairly cheap. And especially since you're going to rent it out to others, they'll be the ones paying the interest. So why not give the banks a little bit of money? Other ongoing expenses along with your $360 payment would be storage if you need it. So storage in our area is about $35 a month. Second item would be insurance, and full coverage on our unit is about $34 a month. It may be more expensive or least expensive depending on what your insurer rates are, but let's use $34 because that's what we found. The last item that you typically have to pay for is registration. Ours is about $107 or $110 a year, which is really not much. Other expenses could be maintenance, it could be new tires, it could be buying items for your RV, but it's really tough to gauge what you will and won't need and what you want for your RV, so we're just going to use those base numbers of those ongoing costs. If you decide to buy new lights or upgrade this, that would basically come out of your own pocket anyways. So now let's go over the RV rental process. So one of the RV sites that we found gives you an 80% cut of what the RV is rented for. And we found RVs in our local area would rent for about $120 to $155 for the RV that we're kind of looking at in that $20,000 range. So I used $135 for a more conservative approach. You may be higher or you may be lower. So $135 per day to rent. And a lot of people have a 3-day minimum just because when they meet with someone to take it out, they don't want to only rent it out for one night, they want it out for a couple nights. Other items that you could rent out would be a generator, a bike rack, which you could get paid for. Some renters have a cleaning fee, which ranges from $100 to $500, and you might have get a fee from insurance costs. So there's some other ways that you can get paid by renting your RV, but we're just going to cover the basic rate because we like to look at those other ones as frosting on the cake that could pay for your ongoing expenses or could pay for your extra accessories. So as far as amount of time rented, we came up with in our area, which we live in the Northwest, so our camping season's really from May until October. We figured for this example that the travel trailer would be rented out for 45 days. And how we came up with that is in May, it would be rented twice for a total of 6 nights. In June, July, and August, we figured we would only rent it out 10 nights because obviously you're a travel trailer owner, so you want to use your own RV. So that leaves you about 3 weeks out of every month in the summer to use your own RV. In September, we figured 2 trips, so 6 nights. And then October, we figured, hey, you might get 1 3-night rental. Totaling the amount of rental income from all those rentals, it would equal about $5,520. When you look at your costs, your payment, your insurance, and your registration, as well as storage, those costs would equal $5,244. So you would be at a positive $276 a year if you rented your RV under those specs. If you were to get a higher rate, you would make more, and if you would rent your trailer out more nights, you would obviously make more as well. Or if it was less nights or a lesser rate, it would just take you a little bit longer to pay back. And for this example, we did figure that you would increase rates by $5 a year per night just due to inflation, and obviously next year things are going to cost more at the grocery store, so people may pay $5 extra to rent your travel trailer. So if you pay off your travel trailer, which is a liability, in 5 years, it becomes an asset. Let's say your depreciation is 50%, so your $20,000 trailer can now be sold for $10,000. You could go sell it, which you've already been paid back 100% of, pocket the 10 grand, put 10 grand in on a new one, and do this process all over again with 50% down payment on your new one, so your financing costs would be less, so you could pocket more cash flow and have a trailer to use. So you could get a new trailer every 5 years and keep some of that money for yourself to pay yourself for all those accessories you want, or pay for your maintenance or your winterization, or hey, it could go into new truck accessories for towing your trailer. So it's a way to make money, as have someone pay for your asset, as well as pull some money out at the end and use it for something else. So let's go over what effort is required to rent your travel trailer. So obviously you're going to have people that come pick it up, and your hope is that they are a travel trailer not beginner, because if you had to explain it every single time to that different person, it would take you hours and hours to tell people how to use the travel trailer, how to use the dump takes, how to tow it. So our thought is that you can actually pre-screen some of your applicants. When they message you to rent your travel trailer, you could ask, hey, have you driven one before? Do you know how to operate it? And if they say no, you can give them the appropriate places to go, whether it be YouTube or different how-tos, and they could learn on how to use it. If they have questions before, you can answer them over a chat. So when they show up at your doorstep, you have to spend the minimal time. Obviously, you want to inform them what they don't know, because you don't want them to do something wrong. But so there's some minimal time in getting people used to learning how to use your travel trailer if they are beginners. If they're intermediate or advanced with it, hey, they come pick it up, take the keys, drive away, you're done. So when they bring it back, you obviously do a walkthrough, you make sure there's no damage, and you clean the unit for the next user. So there's some time involved there, whether or not you provide sheets or sleeping bags or different items, which obviously can be rented out at additional cost. Do you provide it furnished or unfurnished with plates and paper napkins and all of those items? That's up to you. Here's the big question: should you rent your travel trailer? Well, some people may have a problem with it and some people don't. So this person A may say, hey, I want my travel trailer perfect, I never want anyone touching it or driving it. Renting your travel trailer is probably not going to be a good idea. But if you look at it the other way of, hey, how can I get a free travel trailer? Hey, I just have to rent it out. It's a no-brainer. I stay in hotels, I'm in other beds where people sleep, or hey, you could get your own mattress so you're not sleeping on a bed that someone renting from you is sleeping on. If you have those kind of concerns, it's easy. Rent it out, get a free travel trailer. Last question would be, what if someone damages it? So typically there's a damage deposit, and it may range from $200 to $500 to higher on your RV. So if there's something in that value, you would keep the deposit. If it's over that value, that would be your deductible on the travel trailer insurance policy, and you could buy additional policies through those RV rental programs up to $1 million or $2 million. That's where that coverage would come in. If there's extensive damage done, that would get fixed through that program. And I have read that those additional insurance programs are very good to have and deal with and work towards fixing your RV. Anyways, If you have any other questions, check out thesavvycampers.com/free-RV, and you can go read the article there. You can also Google it, Savvy Campers Free RV on Google, and you'll come across the article. Make sure to check out our website, thesavvycampers.com. Make sure to subscribe if you like these videos, and feel free to comment if you have any questions or thoughts regarding how to get a free RV by making others pay for it through renting it out. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.